The other thing is that the skin has to be kind of taut. I don't even know what kind of position I would have to contort myself to find taut skin on my stomach. And since I'm filming it, I don't know that I necessarily want to film myself injecting in my stomach or my thigh. Feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding. Good morning. So this is week 15. It is our third injection of the 1.7 milligram. It's going to be an interesting day because for a Monday, it's a very slow day. I don't have a lot of cooking to do, and I don't have a lot of editing to do, which is very strange. Mondays are usually crazy for me. All right, so I'm going to push this in and wait for 2 clicks and for the yellow to stop moving. All right. All done. Anyway, I know a lot of people question about like where to inject, and there are a lot of people on the forums that swear by injecting in their thigh. The reason that I inject in my arm is because several reasons. I inject in my arm because they want you to inject in a place without stretch marks and without scars. And both my stomach and my thighs are covered in stretch marks. The other thing is that the skin has to be kind of taut. I don't even know what kind of position I would have to contort myself to find taut skin on my stomach. And I have some on like the side of my thigh that I could probably find, but also it's just easier for me to see the plunger going down on my arm. And since I'm filming it, I don't know that I necessarily want to film myself injecting in my stomach or my thigh, but honestly, like almost everybody that I saw post that they did it in their arms said that they didn't have any side effects. And I know that they claim that there's no connection between where you inject and side effects, but almost everyone that I've seen say that they have side effects injects in their stomach. So who knows? I'm sure that it's purely coincidental, but for me, I just wanted as much insurance as possible. Anyway, we're gonna have an awesome week. I'll see you soon. All right, time to do our grocery haul. Got some sour cream, some cabbage, mushrooms, some low-carb tortillas for our chicken tacos next week. I've really been missing my fruit in the morning, so I went ahead and picked up this cantaloupe, which is giant, some tomato, green onion, lime, cilantro, and a poblano pepper. Picked up some salsa for our creamy chicken tacos and a roast. Also got some provolone cheese, some Mexican shredded style blend cheese, some whole peppercorns for the French dip sandwiches we'll be doing next week, and some ciabatta bread for the French dip sandwiches, and also a strata that I'm going to be doing. I ran out of rice this last week, so I picked up some more of that because my husband prefers rice bowls to tacos. I don't know. Also some eggs, some more stir. I picked up this pint of chocolate Haagen-Dazs ice cream as opposed to the regular cookie dough for a change, and then some more drumsticks, and I've really been enjoying these. They're only 70 calories and they are quite delicious, and they have quite a bit of fruit in them. So that's it for this week. We will put the total up here for you. And that's it. All right, just taking a look at next week's menu. So we're going to be doing breakfast strata, which is like an egg bake type thing with bread in it. It's going to be really good. And fruit. For lunches, we're going to be doing a sausage and cabbage skillet. I know, nothing you've ever seen before. And then for dinners, we're going to be doing slow cooker French dips and creamy chicken tacos. The rest of the week, we'll be doing some form of leftovers. We eat out some on the weekend, and that's how it goes. If you're interested in seeing any of these recipes, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. The cooking video will go up next Wednesday. Hey everybody, week 15. We have been at this for almost 4 months. That's insane. So this was a really weird week. We didn't get to go grocery shopping with Nikki. I know this video has to be just like crazy short, but just wanted to check in with you guys a little bit. Let you know kind of my, as always, my non-scale victories, any updates on side effects, and of course my results. Non-scale victories this week, I noticed that my hip dips are getting smaller. If you don't know what hip dips are, it's kind of that in your hips where some women have like a dip in and then back out again, where you got a large backside. You're familiar with hip dips. Well, my hip dips are getting smaller. Boy, that was a lot of talking for something really insignificant. Anyway, I did notice when I looked in the mirror this week that was something that I could see actually slimming down, which was cool. Also, another thing I noticed this week, I've been craving more vegetables. So I definitely, like, I noticed that in my meal plans and stuff, like when I've looked back at the last couple of weeks, there just haven't been a ton of veggies. So I'm going to do my best to, like, well, I am going to be incorporating a lot more vegetables into next week's menu. And going forward, I want to make sure that I also haven't been eating fruit in the morning, just because winter fruits aren't my absolute favorite. I love summer fruit. I don't love citrus, and grapes are delicious, but they're very, very sugary and much higher in calories, so you can only have a very small amount of them. So I just really love things like cantaloupe and watermelon, and melons are a big favorite of mine, and berries are a big favorite, and really you just don't get good ones in the winter all that often. So anyway, I'm looking forward to incorporating more fruits and vegetables into next week's menu and going forward as well. So, side effects. I think I told you guys last week, I started taking magnesium glycinate, and the Sunday of last week, I upped it to 4 per night, and that did the trick, almost a little too well. So, I was kind of becoming regular every day, but it wasn't exactly normal. So I backed down to 3. And I've noticed that I'm not going every day now, but it's more normal. So I think part of the constipation is just the reduced food intake. I know that some of it is the drug, but I'm drinking a ton of water. I'm doing the magnesium glycinate. I refuse to exist in a state of taking Miralax every day, because you're not supposed to. It specifically says on the bottle, if you have to take this more than 5 times in a row, you need to see a doctor. So I'm not doing that. I'm going to stick with the magnesium. And if I get to the point where I'm uncomfortable or I'm really, really backed up, which I don't think I will be, because I may not be going every day, but I'm at least going every other day. So I'm not really uncomfortable anymore. So that's obviously a huge victory in and of itself. So the pain in my leg is still there. It's actually kind of migrated. I have kind of that weird abrasive feeling on the top of my leg still, but now on the inside and outside of my thigh. More the inside towards my knee, it like actually almost feels like a deep bruise. Like if pressure gets placed on it, like when I go to bed at night, I sleep with a body pillow, like a big old pregnancy U-shaped pillow, because I need to encourage myself not to sleep on my stomach. So that helps me. I kind of lay on my side and sling my leg over. And when I put my leg over it, and if I rest my leg on the pillow on the inside of my thigh close to my knee, like sometimes it'll wake me up at night, like I can feel it. So there still isn't any rash, there still isn't any heat or swelling or anything that would make me think it's a blood clot. But honestly, if it goes on much longer, I feel like I may have to go into the doctor just to make sure there isn't something more serious going on. But if you've noticed skin sensitivity or like weird pain on any part of your body, but like specifically in your legs or thighs on Ozempic or Wegovy, please let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you found anything that helps. I haven't been taking ibuprofen and stuff like that, just because there's kind of a history in my family of people using ibuprofen too much, and then eventually it either doesn't work as well, or it doesn't work at all, or it causes other issues. So I try not to take ibuprofen unless I'm just like really desperate. It's usually around the time of the month. So anyway, one other thing I noticed is that I've started having thoughts about food returning. Like I'm thinking about food. It's mostly late at night, which is the time of day where I'm usually feeling kind of snacky, and I have suspicions that it's because I'm not eating enough during the day, because I'm just not hungry. But I think it's catching up with me later at night, because we tend to eat a pretty early dinner. I think it's catching up with me late at night when my body's like, hey, so we haven't eaten much today and we're real hungry. Let's think about some food. And I have a rule that I don't eat after 9 p.m. just because otherwise I will just, in the past, I devolve into just eating tons of sugar and fat late at night, because that's when I crave that stuff. So I still haven't eaten past 9 p.m., but it is weird that those thoughts are starting to return. And so I have a feeling that it's because of other things that are going on with my body. So I'm going to do my best going forward to try and make sure that I'm eating a little bit more calories earlier in the day and earlier in the week, because I'm also still having that problem where come Sunday, after going out to eat again on Sunday afternoon, I've still got like 1,500 calories to 2,000 calories that I have to figure out how to eat in order to meet my weekly calorie goal, which isn't probably the most healthy way to do things. It's hard when you're not hungry. So anyway, results. So this week I lost another 1.9 pounds. So really close to 2, but not quite. And that brings my total to 48.7. We are so close to that 50-pound mark. I can taste it. I'm really hoping that we break that next week, because that would be 50 pounds in 4 months, which would be really exciting. I'll be happy for whatever I can get, because next week I'll either be just starting my time of the month or getting ready to start, and those tend to be the weeks that I don't lose as much. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider joining my YouTube family. We would love to have you. Introduce yourself down in the comments, say hello. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them. I answer every comment that I see. So anyway, I hope you all are having an awesome week, and we will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.